it. Even if prices are still low historically, the prices have raised. So if you had a 14% interest rate back in 1970,
If you have, tell us a little.
is it a seller's or buyer's market right now? Today on Diving into Real Estate with Darrin, I'm going to share with you exactly what's going on in the market and what we're seeing today. No headlines, no articles, nothing. And this is so important for me to share. I am literally in London right now on vacation, but it doesn't matter because this needs to be shared and you guys need to have the correct information about what's going on right now, despite what you hear. So you have people talking about how it's a seller's market. Things are just strong. Nothing's changed. Interest rates are rising and they're lower than we've ever seen historically. And all that stuff's true. But let's face it, even if prices are still low historically, the prices have raised. So if you had a 14% interest rate back in 1970, the houses were $100,000. So when I hear people post stuff like that, just trying to be positive about the market, to me, it's kind of leading people on because it's not true. Let's face the facts that the market today it's expensive. It is. It costs a lot to buy a house, especially with interest rates going up. Now, this leads me into where the market is right now and kind of what's going on and what we're seeing. The market has slowed down extremely. Houses are not going like hotcakes. People aren't giving their firstborn child to get houses anymore. Offers are getting accepted with contingencies in place. The last 4 offers I've gotten accepted in the last 2 months have all been on the first offer, all contingencies in place, at list price or below. And that has not happened in over 2 years. So for me, seeing that, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one experiencing that. Houses are sitting on the market longer. And what we're starting to see too is we're starting to see listing agents reach out and they're actually starting to do their job. So all the listing agents that weren't marketing, weren't reaching out to buyers agents asking, hey, how did your clients like it? How was the showing? We're starting to see all these strategies start to be implemented back into the market and strategies that listing agents that they used to use are using again because the buyer demand is lessened. And when you have a buyer, especially in a higher price point, they're valued that much more. So we're noticing that prices are not going way over asking. If they do, the house is immaculate. If your house goes for way over asking, it is solely because it looks like a model home or the location is one of a kind, period. Those are the only things that are going to get your house to go over asking. Now, again, having an agent that is going to implement strategies, not just putting a for sale sign in the front lawn and putting it on Zillow, Redfin, and all those places, those days are over. So the agents that have been doing those strategies, even through COVID, and have continued to keep their skills sharp, are the ones you are going to want to help you sell your house, period. Because those are the strategies and those are the agents that are going to continue to do well in this market and continue to sell houses for a premium. So when you're looking for an agent to hire to sell your home, don't just choose any realtor. Don't just choose the realtor that Uncle Bob used 20 years ago, or the realtor that your friend used 5 years ago to sell their house. Interview a couple agents, ask them about what their strategies are, and at that point you will see what agent knows what they're talking about when they're talking about strategies and when they're talking about things about how to sell your home, how they're going to proactively reach out to buyers and do the things that we are paid to do. We're not paid to just put a for sale sign in the front lawn and put it on Zillow and Redfin, and then hopefully a buyer comes. So now with that, if you're a buyer, it is the absolute best time to buy. And here's why. It's not competitive as much as it was. You can still lock in, but the pricing's still going to continue to go up. Because if people are talking about a recession coming, and if we're in the midst of it, all different opinions. History shows us that in almost every recession, aside from 2008, which was directly from the housing market, every recession, home prices actually continued to appreciate. So for what I see, the housing market is going to crash because of mortgages. The products that are sold nowadays are so much better than they were before. They don't just give loans to people with a heartbeat anymore. They check people's employment 18 different times to the transaction. They make sure you have proof of funds. They run credit. They do all these things that are standard protocols now, where they didn't before. They would send in fake letters and fake documents and forge things. You can't get away with that stuff anymore like you used to. So these are all the things that protect the housing market from crashing like before, at least due to mortgages. So what can we learn from that? Well, we know that because it's not going to be from mortgages more than likely, and we know that from history, in every recession, housing prices continue to appreciate. Well, we can pretty much assume that that's going to continue, and it is. Inventory is increasing. Prices are still appreciating, just at a normal rate, not a crazy amount. People think that if they don't get 50,000 over asking or 100,000 over asking, that something's wrong with their house, or they think that their house is worth that. And we have hit the lottery, guys. We have come to the top end. And again, the only way that you're going to get those kind of premiums is if your house can show it. It shows the work. It's updated. It's remodeled. It has all these things that are offered that a premium house should and deserves. So with buyers right now, you can pretty much put a regular offer at list price for most houses, keeping all your contingencies in place. And with the right strategy, with the right written terms and the right guidance from your agent, you will get that house, guaranteed. So that's just what I wanted to share. Houses are sitting on the market longer, and you're seeing listing agents all of a sudden be nice to people, reaching out, following up with buyers agents. I have other listing agents texting me all the time, asking how my buyers liked it. I haven't seen that in 2 years. So to me, that's just proof telling me that the market is shifting. And it's nice, because that's how it used to be. And it's also going to require listing agents to be more proactive and do their jobs to the best of their ability. And that's where you're going to start to see the difference between amateur agents and professionals who run their real estate career like a business. So I felt it was very important for me to share that with you guys. If you watched this long, please like this, comment, share anything, ask any questions, share this post, subscribe, and reach out to me if you have any real estate questions or anything that I can help you with. I mean, you could tell how excited I am about this, because I honestly think it's going to be more opportunity for hardworking agents who have busted their ass to continue to do the things that they should be doing, regardless of how easy it was to sell a house the last 2 years or not. Continued to do the same things and not get rusty, because now the agents that are starting to do these things again, they don't know where to start. Things have progressed, technology has progressed, and the people who have stayed on top of these the new software and new strategies and new things to utilize, new tools to utilize, those are the ones that are going to replace all the people who just kept putting a for sale sign in the front lawn and said, you know what, it's going to sell for what we're asking. So watch this post, share it, like it. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions, reach out. You guys have a good one.